I can barely make the mortgage payments. I want something better. Something better than turning old before my time, trying to keep this place afloat.
From the first time I met you, Holden, I always believed you could have anything you wanted if you set your mind to it.
Everything except the thing I want most now.
I will.
What happened to him?
Well, he had an accident at Lucinda's and broke... Never mind. I'll tell you about it later. You want some coffee? I just made some.
No, thanks. I wouldn't make very good company right now.
Why? Did you go see Lily? What's the matter with you?
James Stenbeck was killed tonight. Paul shot him at Emily's apartment.
Oh, I feel... I've lost everything. I feel I can't cope.
Well, I'm still sitting here, aren't I? Oh! And, listen to me. Yes, you haven't lost John yet either. I would call him up, tell him what's happened.
No, darling, I don't think I want to hear what John has to say about me harboring James.
You had no choice. And I'm sure when he hears what happened, he'll be on the next plane home from Atlanta. Come on, Mom, come on. You'll never know till you try.
Nice try, baby. Sierra was my lost child. You know? Now I've lost her again. No, I believe James when he said he'd have his men kill her.
James Stenbeck was a pathological liar. Probably told you those things so you would do what he said.
Why doesn't that make me feel any better, baby? On poor Paul, that face, that young face, what he did. Even Emily with her throat. She said I did it. Well, maybe it's all my fault. Surely that's the way John is going to see it.
Tom, can you shut the door? This is a wall. Hal? Yeah, Hal, you still there?
Yes, but I'm still reeling from what you just told me.
Hal, what happened?
Listen, Margot, Barbara's here with me. I've got to tell her, but I want to hear all the details.
Okay, I'll hold on while you talk to her.
Maybe I better call you back.
Okay, I'll wait here.
It's James, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, God. Oh, my blood went cold. I knew it was James. I saw the look in her face. I knew it was James. He's back, and he has Paul. He's taken Paul.
No, he doesn't, and he'll never take Paul again. Son James is dead. He was killed tonight in Oakdale.
He's in Oakdale. What happened?
Sweetheart, there's no easy way to tell you this. Paul is the one who killed him.
Brought to you today by Improved Ultra Pampers Plus, because healthy skin begins with dry skin.
No, I don't believe it. No, Paul wouldn't kill anyone.
Sweetheart, he admitted the whole thing to the police. I don't know anything more than what I just told you. I just wanted to make sure you were okay before I got the details from...
Will you call her back? You find out where he is. You find out if he's okay.
Just hang tight. Just hang tight.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. I know Emily's involved in this somehow. I know Emily's involved.
Let's not jump to any conclusions, Barbara. Yes, Detective Hughes, please. Margot, it's me.
How's Barbara taking it?
Not too well.
I tried to call you as soon as I knew that James had called Paul and we were sure he was alive. You never picked up your messages.
No, I know. I just got the messages. I was at my father's. There's no
Would you
phone there.
please find out what happened?
Margot, just give me the facts.
Okay. Well, apparently...
Sorry to interrupt, but...
Hal, there's been some new evidence here. I'm going to put Tom on. He's as familiar with the case as I am, okay? Hang on.
Hi, Hal. Listen, I'm sorry this has to be done on the phone, but I do want you and Barbara to know up front Paul is okay.
Tom says to say that Paul's okay.
Thank God. Is he there?
Is Paul at the station, Tom?
No, he and Emily were released after they gave their statements.
Emily? And why did Emily give a statement?
Okay, Paul was apparently going to have dinner at Emily's tonight, and then out of the blue, out of nowhere, James appears in disguise. Now, according to Lucinda's statement, James has been passing himself off as a Portuguese handyman named Chavez.
Chavez? That's our gardener. That means that James has been watching us.
Paul shot his father? How did that happen?
What about Emily? Is she okay?
All I know is that Paul went over to Emily's to have dinner and James was attacking her. He wouldn't stop, so Paul shot him. Apparently, Lucinda was letting him stay at her stables as a base of operations. Craig said the only reason she let him do it is because James' men have Sierra, and he said that they would kill her if she didn't.
Well, does Lily know?
Yeah, Lily knows. Craig saw her at the station. She went home with Lucinda. Tom decided not to press charges, so...
I'm gonna go make sure that she's okay.
Hold it! Then don't go over
Then
there.
come back here.
Well, anything happened down at the station house after we left?
No, but Tom gave me his word that he's not going to press charges.
Ah. Well, can we trust him? Can we trust Tom? He's up for re-election this year.
I would trust Tom's word anytime, and so should you. I just stopped by on my way to the farm to see if you're okay.
You're going out to the farm? You're not going home to your son?
In the first place, Bryant is sound asleep and far too young to understand. In the second place, there is no proof that James ever had Sierra. He made it up like the letter he was supposed to give you tonight.
The letter that I never got, but I have to believe in. I have to assume that it's there.
Well, James is dead, so I guess we'll never know if it was true or not.
You know, Tonio must have been in contact with James.
Well, according to the statement that Tonio gave to the police, he had absolutely no contact with James
the
whatsoever.
person we should be concerned about tonight is Paul. The fact that he shot his own father must be beginning to sink in.
I would assume that because of his age and his character and his father's criminal record, he would not be prosecuted. Am I right, Ambrose?
Oh, I'm seriously doubting.
Margot asked me to ask you for letters from Sierra. A handwriting analyst needs to compare them to the note you got from James.
Oh, I have many letters from her. I'll get them for you.
Oh, is that John? Is it John? Hello? Hold on. It's Kirk for you. Oh. Oh, honey. Oh, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. How are you doing?
Not so great.
Oh, we're glad you're here. Emily, I'm sorry. Susan, come and sit down. Can I get either one of you anything?
No,
Susan?
oh,
can I
no.
get anything?
As a matter of fact, I'm going to take Emily home.
Mom? I'd like to stay for a little while, okay?
Oh, okay. I just thought you'd want to get some sleep.
I don't think I can sleep right now. We went back to my apartment, and we went back into the bedroom, and it just kind of freaked me out a little.
It all seemed like a bad dream. Until I saw the outline of my father's dead body and his blood on the rug.
Hi. I don't know what to say, man.
There's nothing to say. I told you that I wanted my father dead. I just never thought that I'd be the one.
You don't have to talk.
It's true. I heard what all the reporters were saying at the station. That I murdered my own father.
Hello? Yes, Barbara. Then you heard. Yes, he's right here.
Mom?
Honey, I just heard what happened. Are you all right?
I don't think I'll ever be all right again.
Oh, sorry, gentlemen. The kitchen's closed.
That's all right. We'd just like to have a drink.
Honey, I hear you gave a statement at the police station about James' death.
Yes, it was strictly routine. May we sit at a table?
Yeah, pick one. Jimmy?
Yes.
Would you take the fellas drink water, please?
Sure, Mrs. Mitchell.
Trish, I didn't realize you'd be here. I was hoping to have a word with Dad in private.
I wasn't trying to cause trouble, Derek. Honestly, I wasn't. I know you're furious with me.
Damn right I'm furious. The cottage is our home, and Lily and I do the inviting, and I had made it clear that Holden was not welcome. And I know that you were getting off on the fact that he and Lillian were once close.
You don't have to worry about me seeing Holden again. He ran off from me tonight while I was dancing with Caleb, so...
Well, I hope you realize he was only using you to get to Lily.
Thanks a lot for rubbing my nose in.
Look, Trish, Lily and I are staying at Lucinda's tonight, but since you've been invited to stay, you can move back in tomorrow if you'd like.
You're too kind. I'm going to powder my nose.
Why don't you sit down?
You and I need to talk.
Yes, I agree, but
about Lily.
This is hardly the time. It's hardly the place. So, wait up.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Mrs. Mitchell, you have an overseas phone call.
Oh, excuse me. I'll take it at the desk.
Hey.
Hey, hi, yeah. We heard something.
Yeah, Lisa was just telling us about what happened between Paul and his dad, but she got called to the phone. Do you know what happened?
Well, apparently Paul's father has been hiding out in Oakdale for several days. And he went over to Emily's tonight to kill her. And, you know, Paul showed up and saw his father hitting Emily, and...
He just kind of went nuts and grabbed a gun and shot him.
Duncan, no. I don't think that's necessary. That you... Duncan? Oh. Shadows. That was Duncan on the phone. Well, Beatrice had the baby, a little boy named Duncan Brian McCall, 8 pounds.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's really wonderful. Did Duncan know about James?
No, but then when I told him, he said he was going to take the next plane over. And, I mean, I couldn't even say anything to stop him. He hung up on me.
You've got this. You better toss it. It's all right. It's all right. I'll get it. You just sit down. You sit down and relax. I'll pack.
How am I supposed to relax? How am I supposed to relax? What is going to happen to my son?
He is a very strong young man, Barbara. I'm sure that we can both help him get through this.
How do you help a child through killing his father? No one wanted James dead more than I did, but not this way, not Paul. You should have heard him on the phone. I've never heard him sound so lost.
Well, things could be worse.
How? How could things be worse?
Tom and Max said they didn't file any charges. The fact that he did not have to go before a judge is a very good sign.
Oh, Hal, you and I both know that sometimes innocent people go to jail. I'm living proof of that.
Well, the system is not perfect. Sometimes it gets screwed up when lies are involved, as in your case, but I'm sure that Paul is telling the truth. And James's history is going to count very heavily in his favor. You know, the case may even be dismissed by the morning.
I can't wait till tomorrow to see Paul. I have to see him tonight. I have to see Paul tonight. We have to charter a plane.
All right, it is almost 2 o'clock in the morning.
I don't care what time it is, and I don't care how much it costs. We have to charter a plane.
Okay,
Please.
okay.
Please.
I want you to pull yourself together before you see Paul. Yes, this is Mr. Munson in room 7. Can you please tell me how I can get in touch with the airport?
Oh, dear God. If there's any justice in the world, please let Lucinda go to jail for this, for shielding James and letting this happen.
Thank you. I'll bring these down to the station.
I think that you should take these two.
I don't want to look at them. Thank you.
No, I really think that
I said I don't want to look at them. Please.
Oh, okay. All right.
you for coming down to the station. And let me know if there's any news, all right? Darling, I'm sorry. I really...
How's Kirk doing?
Kirk had a freak accident at work and broke his leg, but he's at the farm and he's standing by. Well, the minutes pass, and the news of James's death is leaching out to Montega. And Sierra, her life.
Oh, Lucinda, just stop torturing yourself. Craig's right. There's absolutely no proof that James had Sierra at all.
Oh, for heaven's sake, I will not talk to reporters!
I'll take care of it.
I really wish you could try to get some rest.
I don't want to rest, darling. I'm thinking of Sierra. My reputation's ruined in this town tomorrow, and I don't want to rest ever again.
It's okay.
Fine.
I just heard the news. I had to come.
I just wish you could have gotten in touch with Brock, Mom.
Look, I tried Tonio, but he was no help at all.
Tonio. I am so convinced that he has been in contact with James. God, if only he or Lucinda came forward, none of this would have happened.
Well, that's all water under the bridge. And I hate to say this, but I really do understand why Lucinda was trying to protect her daughter. I would have done the same.
Mom, please, if that's the press, don't open the door.
Okay. Who is it?
Brock, Dr. Stewart. I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm looking for Emily.
Oh, God, I'm so glad you're here.
I got here as soon as I could. It's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right.
Malone, I want a thorough search done of the bedroom and the bathroom where the attack occurred. And Dolan, you're to give Dolan everything that you find. It's gonna be a long night for all of us, okay?
You must be wiped out.
Actually, no, I'm kind of running on adrenaline at this point. There's no sense in both of us losing a good night's sleep. Why don't you go home? I know you got an early meeting with the campaign manager tomorrow.
I just checked out the empty apartment across the street from Tonio's that Buddy was supposed to call. It was a perfect vantage point for a sniper. And I'm sure that one was staked out there just waiting for Buddy's call.
Where is Buddy?
In the interrogation room.
Something doesn't jive out here. If James had ordered Tonio's assassination at 8 o'clock, then I assume he had hoped to get Paul and be out of Emily's by then. So why did he bother to stop and attack Emily?
Honey, you're trying to find a logical explanation, and you can't use logic where James is concerned.
What do you got, Murray?
4 sets of prints. The victims, Paul Stenbeck's, Emily Stewart's, and a 4th set we can't ID.
I got a hunch. Why don't you see if they're buddies?
Okay. The only prints on the contacts were the victims. The combination to the lock was Stenbeck's birthday. I left it open for you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks.
Well, here it is. The last and only known effects of James Stenbeck. I wonder what's inside.
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Holden, I'm fine, really. I don't mean to be mean, but Derek is going to be home any minute, and he wouldn't understand.
What's to understand? He knows how close we were. It's only natural that I'd want to help out when you're going through a bad time.
I went through plenty of bad times when you left last summer. Especially when I didn't hear from you after you married Angel. The worst part was going down to Montega and being captured.
Willie, I would have been here, but...
But you weren't. And that's that. You know, I appreciate your concern, but I really, really wish that you would go now. And if I get into any trouble from here on in, Derek is here to help me.
You know, I really think that you enjoy
cutting me down.
No, I don't. Really. Please just go.
I'm proud of you, baby.
I just hope he gets through his head this time.
Well, my contact with the commissioner's office says that there's nothing new on the Stenbeck case. Doesn't expect anything till tomorrow morning.
Ah! John! Hello? Oh, hi, Iva.
Hi, I've been trying to call, but your line has been busy. I wanted to warn you that Holden was on his way.
Well, you're too late. He just left.
I hope he didn't create a problem.
I didn't let him. I don't think he'll be back again.
Well, tell Lucinda that we're thinking about her. I know how awful this must be, considering the situation with Sierra.
You know, Kirk, you will do anything for attention.
Let me tell you something, Ellie. Walsh Enterprises has the most precipitous, most vertical, most death-defying 3 steps in all of architecture. It's true.
Yeah, but it could only happen to you.
Yeah, but it did get me a dinner with Iva, didn't it?
Yes, it did. And I must tell you, seeing the two of you together tonight is the highlight of my evening.
Yeah, well, we had a really nice dinner. We're going to patch things up and be stronger than ever, just like this old leg here. Ow.
I hope you're right.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I don't want to bum you out, but how's Craig's head doing after all this talk about Sierra?
I don't know. He said that Lucinda is shielding James to save Sierra's life, and for a moment I saw a flicker of hope in his eyes.
Well, you know what I think? I think Stenbeck made up this lie to manipulate Lucinda.
Kirk, it doesn't matter. Until we have proof one way or the other, Craig is not available for me or anyone else.
Well, I guess Holden has been there and left.
I'm going upstairs. I've got to change.
Well, don't wake Mama, because I don't want her to hear this news until the morning.
I won't.
Okay?
Well, sorry all this had to happen on our first night together in a long time.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm just glad you came back here with me.
Yeah, and this is where I want to be, with you. How'd your first session with Dr. Michaels go today?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was a little scary.
I wish I could help in some way.
No, I think this is something I have to do for myself. You know, I think, and for us.
Well, that's encouraging.
Why?
Well, because you said you're doing it for us.
I thought you knew that.
Well, I did, but it's always nice to hear you say it.
Thank God Emily gave me the keys to her apartment while she was away in New York. As soon as I got in, I heard my dad's voice. I heard him hitting her, saying that he was going to kill her. That's when I went for the gun.
Paul, you don't have to talk.
No, I do, man. It's like a damn videotape that just keeps replaying in my head, and I can't stop it.
It must seem that way now, but it will. And your dad is never gonna hurt you or your mother or anybody again.
I never meant to kill him. I didn't want to kill him when I pulled that trigger. Something just snapped when he wouldn't leave Emily alone. Next thing I knew, my father was lying in a pool of blood, staring up at me.
I know your dad was crazy, but he loved Emily. Why would he threaten to kill her? Did something happen before you got there?
Like Emily said, I guess something just snapped.
Before we call the police, we have to destroy those letters you wrote me. If anyone else sees them, they'll never understand.
Who's that on the phone?
Tom. They're going through the contents of your dad's traveling case.
What'd they find?
They found a loaded gun, makeup for his disguise, and some documents.
What do you mean with documents? What kind of documents?
Well, I don't know all the particulars. There was a letter of yours.
You know, it's obvious this letter was written at a time when Paul still believed in his dad. There's a lot of references in here to the time they spent at the Stewart cabin and how much it meant to Paul.
We just got word from our man at the airport. A private jet took off tonight at 9 o'clock with a flight plan for Miami. I've alerted the authorities down there.
Well, I'm sure the pilot had instructions to depart at 9 o'clock, whether or not James and Paul were on the plane.
You know, that times out with the hit that James ordered for Tonio.
Anything else new?
Oh, we found a letter that Paul wrote to James a while back.
Well, I'm gonna check on Buddy.
Okay. I gotta catalog all this stuff. Okay, one loaded gun.
You know, I'm glad Paul didn't try to claim self-defense by using James's only weapon, which happened to be locked up in this traveling case.
He's trying to defend Emily, not himself.
You know, I knew that Paul and Emily had worked together all summer, but I didn't know how close they were till I saw them tonight. I mean, they were genuinely concerned about each other.
Wishing there was something here that would lead us to the whereabouts of James's island cribbing. I mean, if there's just nothing, there's Paul's letter. There's a picture of Paul together with James taken at the Stewart cabin, $250,000 in cash. Letter from Emily. The pressed pink rose inside.
What's the letter, sir?
A steamy letter, obviously written in the beginning of the affair. If you notice, it's been addressed to Lester Keyes, and the date was before James came back the first time.
Wow. She really was in love with this guy.
Like Paul's letter, it's been read a lot. Strange.
What?
Emily, according to Emily, James was furious with her for not cooperating when he called to ask for help about Paul. If his love had turned to hate, then why did he hang on to this letter?
What are you trying to say?
I wonder what really provoked the attack.
Well, I don't know. Maybe, just like Emily said, maybe James's mind just snapped. Why, you think she's holding something back?
I want to talk to him, Paul, again. Okay, what else do we have here? Okay. One memo pad with Lucinda's grounds and stables on it. Nothing to link Tonio to James. Fortunately. What's this? Ooh, Montega, a map of Montega. Look at this.
Yep.
These must be the copies of the papers that Buddy stole from Duncan.
Buddy cracked. He confessed to everything once we matched his prints to those on the case. The call he was to make at 8 was the assassin hired to kill Tonio. And the plane was supposed to take off tonight at 9 o'clock.
That's exactly
That's
what I
not
thought.
all. According to Buddy, Tonio had a meeting this morning with Stenbeck at Lucinda Dixon's stables. I want Tonio brought in right now for questioning.
Sir.
I have the name of that security service you requested, Tonio.
Oh, I don't think I need a security service anymore. It's more trouble than it's worth, really.
But last time we talked, you said it was top priority. Not that it wouldn't help your financial picture to eliminate that expense.
We don't need to worry about my financial picture either. I just cut a new deal with Terrell Corporation. I'll be getting $1 million a year for the next 10 years.
Oh, he's a real winner.
Lily may find your protective streak attractive, Derek, but I find it very obnoxious. I'm tired, Daddy. I want to go.
I was going to cab to take you back to the hotel. I want to stay here and talk to your brother. Okay?
Duke, I'm really sorry. I haven't been very good company tonight, have I? You know, I can't stop wondering what Paul must be going through.
Don't be sorry. It's better than Julie and Lucy's phony concern.
Yeah, well, I like being with you. I feel like I could be myself.
Yeah, that works both ways, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get it.
Ain't young love grand?
I don't know. I like where I am right now. Don't have to make those mistakes all over again.
Well, I'm not sure that I've ever stopped making those mistakes.
Shannon, I know you hate the thought of Duncan coming back just as much as I do, but I want you to know something. I promise I will never let that man hurt you again.
Marco, you mean to say that Buddy was in cahoots with James all along? Oh, wait till I tell Mark. Look, you know, it really doesn't surprise me about Tonio. The thing that surprises me is that he is right here, right now, with a smug little smile on his face. Yeah. Don't be silly. Nothing would delight me more than to detain him until the police get here. Right. Listen, Buddy confessed. He was with James all along, working along with him.
What?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I don't know, but Margot wants to see you immediately down at the station.
Oh, sure. Listen, I'll call you later, okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
Oh, Lisa. You
the dearest, sweetest man I've ever known. Why can't I feel the same things for him that I felt for Duncan?
I'm just glad it's over and you're all right.
I don't think it's ever going to be over.
Emily, have you had anything to eat today? Could I make you some soup?
I don't think I could keep anything down, Mom.
Hey, come on, you gotta have something to eat.
Chicken noodle?
Okay, I'll try.
All right.
You know, through the terror of it all I could think about was you. I realize how much I depend on you now.
Good. Because I'm not going anywhere. No matter what happens.
Papa, you do what you have to. But James Stenbeck was murdered in Emily's apartment tonight, and I have to be with her.
I did not stumble. Matter of fact, Greg Louganis got nothing on me.
Listen, just be sure to let the driver help you when you get home.
Got me covered.
All right.
You hear what happened?
Hi, Holden. Why did you go to see Lily when I asked you not to?
Wanted her to know I cared.
Oh, you care? Oh, if you really cared, you'd respect the fact that she's a happily married woman now and just leave her alone. But, you know, I don't think that's it. I think your motives are rather selfish because you can't accept the fact that Derek can make her happy and you couldn't.
I always believed that there was only one woman in the world for me. And that was Lily.
Mm-hmm.
And I always believed that I was the only man for her.
All right, then why did you marry Angel?
To try and get rid of the hurt and the pain that I felt when Emily called and told me that Caleb and Lily were lovers. It's funny, the pain doesn't go away that easily.
All right, but you can change those feelings. You have to let Lily go and get on with your life.
Holden, whatever you do, don't make Angel compete with Lily's memory, okay? How's Lucinda?
I didn't talk to her, but from what I saw, not great.
I'm gonna go outside and get some air. Will you please let me know if Craig calls?
Sure.
Craig, what are you doing here? I was waiting for you to call me. What's up?
I might have been here sooner, but I had to stop by the police station. I had to drop off letters Sierra wrote to Lucinda. Handwriting has to be checked against the note she got from James.
So when are you gonna know if it's real or forgery?
I have no idea. Ellie, whatever happens, I want you to know everything that I've said to you.
Craig, don't do this. Don't make any more promises that you may not be able to keep, okay?
Take a sauna and try to relax or something.
Darling, I don't want to relax. I'm thinking. You know what? I can get a plane. I can get a bush pilot. I can go to Montega, and I will find Sierra myself because I can buy the whole country if I have to.
Lucinda, please, be rational. The military down there rules by violence.
Oh, right. And you know that. You'll be completely helpless down there.
Helpless? I'm sick of the word, and I don't want to feel helpless or alone anymore. Oh, wait. Hello?
Lucinda, sorry to be calling you so late, but Derek assured me that you'd still be up. How are you?
Well, I thought I'd hit bottom, but I was wrong.
Shall I come over and help dig you out?
I wouldn't want to take advantage of you.
Oh, I wish you would. Anyway, Derek and I'll be over later, but meanwhile, here is the devil himself for Lily.
Darling, Derek wants to talk to you.
Hi. Did you have that talk with your father yet?
Not yet. Trish just left, and I just wanted to check to see how you were.
I'm fine. It's my mother I'm worried about.
Well, I'll be over as soon as I have a talk with Dad. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
So, Derek, it's time for our little talk, eh?
If you feel like talking, I'm a pretty good listener.
I didn't mean to kill him,
I know that.
but I did. And that makes me the same as him. A murderer.
No, son. You did what you had to do to save Emily's life.
But I hated him. I wanted him dead. Maybe that's why I pulled the trigger, not fear for Emily.
Don't even think that. You saved her life. And you told the police the truth. It's over.
Hey, Paul. Wow, I'm sorry about what happened, man. Listen, Leanne, she wanted to call, but she thought best to wait till morning. Hey,
Duke.
Hey, Mrs. Hughes.
Hello, Duke.
Some night, huh?
I'm afraid it is. By the way, when I got home tonight, I found Julie in Andy's apartment.
You're kidding me. Wait, I thought she went back to Seattle.
No, she's still here, and from what I can see, she has no intentions of leaving.
Oh, man, is that ever bad news?
Did Leanne go up to bed?
Yes, and I think you should go to bed, too.
Oh, no, I'm not sleepy.
That's because of Duncan?
Lisa, part of me really dreads seeing him, but another part...
Derek. Come on, lad. Wait,
I've said everything that I've got to say, and you better believe it.
Well, it's not quite that simple, is it? I mean, I have an investment in this, too.
Don't talk to me about investments. I mean, Lucinda is free and vulnerable right now. Why don't you use your investment on her?
That's true. She's a very lonely woman. But she's still in love with her husband.
And I'm in love with my wife. I know that's not part of the plan, but that's the way it is.
It's me. Derek's gone berserk. Now we must talk. Tonight. Yeah, yes, I know it's difficult. I know it's difficult. But you simply must find the time for us to talk. Tonight.
Oh, Lily. How's Lucinda?
Oh, I finally got her to take a sauna.
I'm awfully glad you're here, Lily. She's going to go through an awful lot during the next few days.
Well, the hardest part is going to be her accepting the fact that Sierra's never coming back. You know, now that I'm in love for the first time, I don't know how I would cope if something ever happened to Derek.
Well, I don't think you'll have to worry about that for a long, long time.
No, I hope not. Things happen fast. That's why I wanted to talk to you about putting a will together for me. I want to leave everything to Derek. Oh, excuse me. Hello?
Lily, it's Holden. Lily, please, don't hang up. I want to see you tonight, and I want to see you alone.
Hey, don't anticipate the worst, okay? The fact that Paul and Emily were released without charges means that both statements were accepted pending further investigation.
What could be left to investigate?
Well, probably nothing. It's just routine procedure. Listen, once we get to the station, you see Paul, I'll read both statements myself.
I want to go straight to Kim's. I'm sure that Paul won't sleep or wake tonight. I just want to be there for him.
Listen, we're gonna get Paul through this. Another week or so, probably all be over.
So, you're going to believe the word of this boy who has confessed to being an accomplice of James Stenbeck?
Now, why would Buddy tell us that you'd met James Stenbeck at Lucinda Dixon's stables if you hadn't? I mean, why would he lie?
I think my client has answered enough questions for one night. He's denied any involvement with Stenbeck. So unless you're going to press charges...
Excuse me. Margot, I got your message.
Hi, Mark. Yes, I'm sorry. I want to talk to you. When I'm done with Tony Reyes, I'd really like to speak with Bianca.
Well, sure. I'll call Gibson. I'll tell him to let her know. You know where Bianca is?
Yes, I do. I do. And she was adamant she does not want you to know where she is. Would you like to change your story before I talk to her?
No.
Why don't I escort you gentlemen to the squad room in case we want to talk to your client again after we question Bianca? Thank you.
That guy had guilt written all over his face.
You know what? I'm hoping Bianca's the break that we're looking for. Oh, my God. Tom, do you know what day it is?
September 6th. Why?
No, it's actually after midnight. It means it's officially September 7th.
Yeah.
Adam was born a year ago tonight.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, look at all we've been through in a year.
Honey, if I had to do it over again, I would. 3 times. 4 times. If need be.
This is the last of the stuff from Emily Stewart's.
I'm not sure there's anything here that'll interest you, but I'll take a look anyway.
Thanks, John. Poor Paul. Expected a nice evening, simple dinner. Brought flowers. Oh.
What is it? What's it say?
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you by doctor-recommended natural fiber Metamucil, and you could be regular for the rest of your life. Stay tuned for Guiding Light, next on most of the CBS stations. Shoes by Phyllis Poland. Due to special programming, As the World Turns will not be seen tomorrow. This is Dan Regin, inviting you to join us again Monday for As the World Turns.
This is